negatively
maybe
impact
get
their life in any
their
meaningful way
personal
when we
income.
tax them like that.
I mean, bro, you see it in businesses all the time. Why do people go into general partnerships?
I don't see how that
Like,
was the point. The point that I'm making is that you're going to increase taxes for working class people if you allow for the very richest Americans to evade taxes. And the top 400 billionaires pay a lower effective tax rate than the working class. Did you know that?
okay. Billionaires do. Wait, say it again. What did you say
Yeah, the
before that?
top
I mean,
400 billionaires pay a lower effective tax rate than the working class. You should be angry when you hear that. I'm serious,
oh,
dude.
because based on their income level, you're saying?
Well, based
Like,
on how they make their money. And based on the types of loopholes that they try to use to evade taxes. And I'm saying that's immoral. Why is that immoral? Because then it puts more of the bill onto lower income individuals who have less of an ability to pay it. So
okay,
do you
so I
see
got a
how
question then.
do you see how that like harms
Do you think this
society?
is immoral? Do you think this is immoral then? If you're making 2 million a year and you put like, let's say, a quarter of that into small businesses like gas stations, uh furniture companies, and like wash rights, stuff like that. Do you think that's immoral to do?
To have business expenses and invest? No.
To invest in, because you're going to be taxed less if you invest in more businesses.
Okay. I don't have an issue with doing that.
But that's tax fraud in a way.
No, it's not. That's not
You're,
tax
you're
fraud.
investing in more businesses to get less taxes on your personal income because they see that
But
and
we
they
see that
think,
has a benefit. Do you understand that like the other mechanisms of tax invasion, like specifically that you're trying to reference is like someone specifically taking out a loan against the valuation of their business, right? And then using that for their personal expenses. That has nothing to do with their business. So then why are they
but they
able to
get
do that?
taxed
It's
less
absurd.
though. They do that because they
Yeah, they
they
do
know
that
they'll
so
get
that they
taxed
don't get
less.
taxed on the personal income they take out. So
Okay, so
that's
people
evading
saying tax
taxes.
fraud, it may not be evading taxes, but it is a loophole. Can you agree with that? Do you think that's immoral?
That's loophole and evading taxes. Yes, it is.
So you just agreed that it is?
Yes.
So is that immoral then?
Yes.
Because people are in the comments saying it's not tax fraud, but it low key is, right?
What? Wait. What is tax fraud? You just so they're saying that just doing a business expense is not tax evasion or tax fraud. It's not.
But it's a loophole.
It's not a loophole. Business expenses are something that should be in place that you could deduct from your
I know.
taxes. That's something that's necessary to have for businesses. Okay. Now we're talking specifically about like how they're taking out a loan out of the valuation to then use that loan on their personal expenses, right? To evade taxes with the purpose and intent to evade taxes.
I just think it could maybe be immoral, but I kind of think like if everybody is doing anabolic, like stare, like as an athlete, and you're not doing it and you're performing less because of it, is it immoral to do what everybody else is doing?
What? I
Like
would
if
say.
everybody's doing it, is it immoral to do it?
So you're saying that in order to be able to compete with everyone else, like why would it be specifically still considered immoral? From a general basis, overall it would, but I understand the point you're trying to make that you need to defend yourself, right? In that circumstance, to be able to compete with everyone else, right? In that certain sense, I understand the point that you're making, but what you're not understanding, like if it's not considered cheating and it gives you a an advantage, right? Obviously, someone's like going to end up doing that in a circumstance. That doesn't mean that it doesn't have any moral consequences.
I mean, yeah, I could see that, but I mean, I still think it has consequences. When somebody gets caught for tax fraud, I mean, they go to jail. What's that one dude?
This is not
The
just
one that
tax
was
fraud;
in
it's
the
also tax evasion. Like I'm explaining this because again, I don't want people to think that they're better than everyone else and that they don't need to pay into tax structures. This is called being a fucking adult, and I shouldn't, as a 24-year-old, have to explain this to people older than me by any means. Right? But there are plenty of people older than me that feel like they don't need to uphold the basic adult tasks of paying their damn taxes, and they think they want to offload that onto everyone else because they think that they're better than that.
I mean, I agree. I mean, do I think that they should make a stricter rule on taxes and make it a system where it's automatic? Yeah, but it's not in America,
Yeah,
and I
and we
don't
need to
think
get rid of the loopholes, and we
Kamala.
You need
Kamala
to
was going
increase
to get rid
taxes
of
for
the
the rich and wealthy, and
loopholes.
that's what Kamala Harris wanted to do. So why did you vote for Donald Trump that, actively speaking, is going to give the richest Americans even more at the expense of working class Americans access to basic necessities?
Because I truly believe in trickle down. I
Trickle
don't know
down
if
has
you.
not historically worked. What evidence do you have that trickle down has historically worked?
Let me think. When it's worked, let me. I mean, the .com bubble. .com bubble was a trickle down in a way.
Okay.
Was it not?
What? How was
AI's
the dot
AI's
com
kind of
bubble
trickled
trickle
down.
down? Like, that's the most
AI's
ridiculous thing
pretty
I've
trickled
ever
down.
heard.
What? How would the
The
.com
dot
bubble
com
not be a
bubble
trickle
popping
down?
is trickle down how?
Not popping when it happened though. When .com was happening, it was creating jobs, creating tech people jobs for the .com bubble. It was trickling
That's
down.
technological advancement
The
creating
ultra
jobs,
wealthy were investing in
not
the
trickle
.com.
down. That's not trickle down. That's called technological advancement yielding a creation of jobs.
Trickle down is when the
Trickle down
the
is when you give
bottom
tax breaks
class
to the richest
when the
Americans because
bottom
you think that they're
class.
going to utilize that money more efficiently within the economy, which historically speaking has not happened. It's not more efficient for the average person. It's not in the interest of the average person. It's in their own interests, in their own profit maximizing condition.
So you don't think AI right now is a little bit of a trickle down? You
Um,
can't say it's not because the ultra wealthy
no.
are investing in the AI and it's coming back to the consumers. Is it not?
I don't think that's a notion of trickle down because it's not tax cuts going to the rich and wealthy that they inevitably pass it down. Are there things that business owners do that do inevitably, from a certain sense, create jobs? Obviously, you could say that there's a notion that certain investments they make create certain amounts of jobs or get rid of jobs depending on the type of decision that they make. What you're not understanding, though, is that, like, I don't get the broader, like, sorry, what
I'm
I'm not understanding is
saying
the
that
broader point that
AI
you're trying
is
to make from
creating
this.
jobs. So the ultra wealthy are investing in AI. It's creating more jobs.
Yeah,
As,
that doesn't mean that trickle down economics is effective. Just because there are some actions that business owners engage in that benefit a populace.
it's that's still affecting us. AI right now is affecting us and it's helping us. AI is the best thing
Okay,
that's
I
ever
know you're
happened.
trying to hyperfixate on this. I think what you're trying to address is the idea that technological advancement reduces jobs. That's why you originally referenced like the dot com bubble. Okay, what you're referencing with AI, I just want to let you know, is right now reducing the level of jobs, at least in the short run.
Yeah, but it's also helping people perform their jobs better. I mean, you look at accountants;
You
they're
could say
able
that.
to do more.
You could say that, but that's still not acknowledging like the broader point there. So if you just want to make the point that technology advancing creates jobs, well, I think that's going to exist under each side. I don't think that's unique to lower taxes on the very rich. I actually think that innovation is more likely to happen if you put higher taxes on the richest and wealthiest individuals because they're going to have a better consumer base that can actively buy and consume these products, which creates the necessary incentives for the suppliers to respond.
Why is America's GDP the
Trickle up
high?
economics works. Trickle down economics is nonsense. There is a
Bro,
natural
you
trickle
can't
up
say
element
that.
within our economy. There's not a natural trickle down element in the same notion.
Both are good. You can't have
No.
one or the other.
Yeah, trickle down economics is ridiculous.
Trickle down economics happens with anything.
No,
Consumer
you don't understand.
trickle down
Define trickle down
consumption.
economics. What
Trickle
is it?
down economics is when uh, the bottom class adapts with the something that it was upper class. That is trickle down. I just didn't say it in the right way. Like
Dude, what the fuck, dude? No,
the
no
ultra
one's gonna
wealthy,
explain trickle down
the
now.
ultra
That's
wealthy invests more into something, and it creates something for the lower individual class
Can I just tell you
and creates
something?
similar jobs.
Can I just tell you something?
What? Then what is it?
I have a
Is
degree in
that not right?
economics. I actually learned what trickle down economics is. Trickle down economics historically is about thinking that the idea that you think that if you give tax breaks to the richest Americans, they inevitably will utilize their money more productively than everyone else in the economy, which will inevitably yield the creation of more jobs.
Isn't that what I said though?
Which historically speaking has been disproven. No, that's not what you said. Historically
I
speaking,
said
has
I
been
said
disproven.
it's when the ultra wealthy invests into something and creates more job for the lower individuals. I said that.
That's too simplistic and not referencing the entirety of what a trickle down economics is. Because trickle down economics is the idea that reducing taxes on the richest Americans, specifically the richest Americans, disproportionately benefits
But
society.
it
Giving
doesn't
money to
always
them
have to
benefits
be.
society to the greatest extent.
It doesn't always have to be tax cuts. It can be other things.
What? No, it's specifically tax cuts. That's trickle down economics.
I mean, trickle down happens with anything, though. So, like, how are you going to say trickle down
It's not
economics
just
doesn't
trickle down
work?
economics is not just a business owner, right? Like doing things that create jobs or something, right? That's not what trickle down economics
So,
is.
do you believe in trickle down consumption?
What the fuck does that mean?
When
Are you just making up
the
your own terms now?
no trickle down consumption and then trickle up consumption. That's a thing that works. That's happened multiple times. When a high
I don't know
class,
what the fuck is trickle down consumption.
it's just when a high class product adapts
A high
and
class
becomes
product
lower
adapts,
class.
then becomes
Yeah,
low
like
class.
adapt,
What the
like
fuck
it's
is this guy
like
saying?
say like a Lamborghini. You
Hey,
know how
dude.
it's high
Can you?
class.
Hey, dude. Respectfully, can you just stop making this point? It's really ridiculous.
No, I'm saying trickle down happens with anything though.
Stop.
Like you can't say. I said it's like a Lamborghini. It's
Just
looked at
stop.
as like
You just
high
stop, dude.
class,
You
and
need
then
to
it gets
stop.
adopted. It gets
It is
adopted, and
time to
it's looked
stop,
at
bro.
lower class.
It's time to stop.
It's kind of like Vans.
It's time to stop. Don't do this. You're making a bad argument. Stop embarrassing yourself.
Hey man, you're the one who's trying to make the country go to shit, bro.
How?
Cause you're out here like I'm not trying to be mean. Like I respect people, but what I don't respect is people that are maybe switching their genders, becoming gay. Like I mean, like I
Okay.
respect them as a
I have a
person,
question.
and like
How do you become gay?
I don't know. That's what I was
You
wondering.
don't know. So, do you think being gay is a choice?
I would say to some extent,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So, could you choose to be gay?
If it was the only thing I knew, yeah. Like if
What do you
I
mean
was
if it's the only thing?
if
So,
I got
so
born into a
you
world,
said that being gay is a choice. So, could you choose to find me sexually arousing right now?
no, because
So, it's
there's
not a
other things
choice.
in the world. It is a choice.
No, it's not. You just said that you couldn't
Okay,
choose to do
okay, then
that.
let's say this. Let's say this. Say we lived in a world where the only thing that people knew was being gay and knowing the same sex and like having sexual attraction with the same sex. Would it be more likely that more people become gay? Right?
So, wait, say that one more time. Sorry.
To say we live in a world where there's no straight people and it's only gay people, you get born into a world, you're more likely to become gay, right? And be gay, right?
So you're just saying that there would be a notion of compulsory homosexuality in that circumstance, which, by the way, right now exists in our society is compulsory heterosexuality, right, for individuals. But I would say it would depend on whether or not that's passed and forced down onto people. If you're saying everyone's gay, right, and you see everyone around you is gay, that doesn't make you gay yourself, right? Like I wouldn't be gay because everyone around me was gay. I'm still straight.
You don't know that. You probably would be. And I'm this is coming from a straight guy. I don't know about you. You're a little bit, I don't know. But yeah, you
I'm a little
100%.
bit
If you lived
what?
in a world,
What did
if
you
you
say?
lived in a
I'm a
world,
little bit what?
I don't know, you're a little like I don't know, like sus a little bit. I don't know. Like no
What is that supposed to
disrespect.
mean?
I don't know, like you sometimes like give me like femboy vibes or something. Like not in a disrespectful
I'm
way. Like
feminine.
I mean, yeah, a little
What's wrong
bit.
with me being feminine?
Nothing. Do
Okay.
you? But
But what is that? Why does that make me sus? And by the way,
they kind of
wait, I
give
have a
me that
question.
vibe.
Are you attracted to femininity?
No.
You're
I'm attracted
not.
to girls. I don't care if a girl's more
Girls,
masculine,
you
more
should say
feminine.
women, by the way. So
Okay.
so so you're not attracted to femininity?
Yeah, I don't really like if a girl's like in the gym all the time and like real muscular, like I don't care. And if a girl's like petite, like I don't care. Like I if I'm attracted to somebody, I'm attracted to somebody. I don't really look at like, oh, do they like paint their nails every day or something? Like I don't really care that much. Like I don't look too deep into it.
Okay. All
Well, I
right.
answer your
That's.
question, right?
I guess like you can still specifically just like be attracted to femininity on top of that, and not say that someone
Yeah,
needs to
that's why I
be
said like I'm
acting in a
attracted to
certain feminine
basically.
way.
Yeah, I'm attracted to like any
Like you're
girl. Like
attracted to women,
it,
right?
yeah, I'm attracted to women. Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, anything that's considered feminine is just things that are typically associated with the female sex. So if
Wait,
you're
say it again.
attracted to women, inherently that means you're attracted to some notion of femininity, right?
I mean, you could say that, but you could also not say that, right?
Okay.
Right? Like, not every you're not masculine. Do you think your girl's like attracted to masculine guys?
I think that in the notion that my girlfriend is attracted to me as a man, that she's attracted to some notion of masculinity. Yes. Not all aspects of masculinity, but some
Yeah, yeah.
notion. Because
I
I'm a
guess you could
man
say
and she's
that.
attracted to me.
I guess like if like you
Like
think
I
like
also have
because you're like
masculine
obviously
characteristics, right?
like a guy, like you're obviously a guy, but like you're not really like a man. You know, you kind of got like noodle arms.
Okay,
No,
you
I'm
can
joking.
not
Now I'm actually
you
being
cannot have
disrespectful.
muscles and you can still be a man. You know that, right?
Maybe, yeah. I don't
Okay.
know. I feel
What do
like
you
a
mean
guy should have a
maybe? What
little
do you
bit of a
mean
toned
maybe?
body.
I
I
thought
don't
being a
know.
man was based upon your under your guys' view, based upon being an adult human male. So you can
Yeah,
be
it
an
is.
adult
It
human
is.
male and under your view not be a man?
No, you cannot be masculine though.
Okay, so you don't think I'm masculine because I don't have large muscles.
No, just like how you talk and like I don't
What
know.
about the way that I
I remember
talk?
like I don't know like in your lives every day, but like I remember like a while back you said one time like you would date a like trans like gender. Like I'm not like dissing you on it, but like it's kind of like I don't know. That kind of seems a little bit off,
How is
right?
that off?
I don't know. Like so you would date a transgender woman?
Well, I'm in a relationship with someone. I'm not going to talk about who I'm going to date, but I don't think that my attraction is limited when it comes to trans people.
Yeah. I
You don't
mean,
think there? Well, I have a question. Is there any trans woman that you think you would be attracted to?
no, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There's been a couple times,
So
bro.
to clarify, you could say as a statement, there's not a single trans woman on the planet that you would be attracted to.
Maybe if I thought they were a girl until they told me they were like a transgender, then I would be like, no, no, that's crazy. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
wait. So you admit that you would find them attractive until they told you that they're trans. So you do find them attractive. You're just trying to repress it.
Well, I mean,
Interesting.
because you have plastic surgery that
Wait,
makes them
interesting.
literally look like a woman.
You just quite literally just admitted that you do find them attractive and that you would literally just repress it. So I'm glad I got you to concede on
No,
that
no,
point.
that's what I'm saying though. Like,
So
dude, it
so
gets
wait,
to a
hold up.
point.
Does that I have a question. Does that make you bisexual under your view?
No, because they get to a
No, it
point
doesn't.
where
Wait. You said that you found. Wait, okay, hold up. So you agree that finding trans women attractive doesn't make you bisexual? You can still be straight? Based.
yeah, if you th- if you
Base! Yo! Accidentally woke! Let's go!
no, what I was trying to say though, can I actually say
Accidentally
what I was trying
woke,
to say?
everybody! Look at this, everyone!
Wait, can I finish what I was trying to say though?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was trying to say, they get so much plastic surgery that they genuinely look like a girl. Like I'm not even trolling. Like they get like boobs, they get
Trans women are
everything.
women, so of
But
course.
you can't really like say that they're like you know what I mean biologically, right? Like
So they're
not trying to be mean.
yeah, they're biologically male, but they're still a woman. And wait, and you already agreed that you're not bisexual for finding them attractive as a straight man.
Yeah, when they literally change their whole appearance to where they look like the girl from a Euphoria, like she definitely looks like a man. Like I would, but like some of them, bro, they literally
What?
look exactly
Okay,
like a
you're being
woman.
ridiculous. Don't say shit like that, especially on my live. Don't say something like that. It's just ridiculous.
No, I didn't. No, I was saying like they have the attributes of a man. Like they literally like they have like the attributes. They like the
No,
nose and stuff like
I don't
that.
even know what
But
that's
they
supposed
get
to mean.
like you know like guys have
No,
features that girls don't.
of
Yes, they
course.
do.
Wait,
Like
so
broader shoulders.
no, but I'm
Guys
not.
have broader shoulders than women,
No, but like,
right?
if you're referencing Hunter Schafer, right? Like, I genuinely don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, she kind of looks like a guy a little bit, right? I'm not trying to be mean. Like I
I
really
think
like I
I think she passes very well, right? Like,
really.
if I think everyone would acknowledge that she definitely passes.
I don't know. I feel like if somebody showed me and I didn't know who she was or
I
anything,
100% promise you, if you met her in real life, you would have no clue that she was trans until she told you.
have you met her?
No, I've not met her. What?
I'm just wondering. I'm sorry. Cheating on your girlfriend, bro, with a trans. No, I'm just saying.
And are
what
you
I'm trying
like,
to say.
were you just trying to like diss me, right? That was like so cringe. Like, do you
No, I
realize
actually
that
like
like
you.
all of
You're
this just
actually a nice person.
all of
I
this
was
kind
just
of
trolling
just
you.
perpetuates your own insecurities?
No,
Because like,
I don't.
because to me, when you say that being gay is a choice, to me that tells me that you do have sexual attraction towards men, and you're just repressing that sexual attraction. Because otherwise,
No,
you can't
I
make
more
that
think about it
choice.
like I more think about it like
Otherwise, it's
okay,
not a choice. It's not a choice for me. I can't choose to find men sexually attractive. That's literally
it
not
is
within
though.
my
It is.
capacities.
It is like
I can't do that. I
environmental
can't choose
changes.
to find men attractive. That's not possible.
Well, not men, but like because biologically you can't reproduce with a man on man. You know what I mean? Like what I was trying to
Wait.
say
Repeat what you
is
just said.
because let's
Repeat.
get back
Sorry.
on topic,
Repeat
huh?
what you just said. Sorry. You said. Are you saying being gay is wrong because you can't reproduce?
Well, I was more saying because like it depends on your environment. Like right now, like we're obviously in a surplus of a population, so like we don't need more babies and more things like that. So it really like environmental, like it really doesn't matter. But
Based upon
if
your argument, you could just argue that people could be poly, right? And then that would produce the most amount of kids possible.
well, that's what I'm saying though.
Wait,
Like so
so
when you say like
would you argue in that context for people to be poly?
yes, environment
Okay.
changes
So
stuff
I
like
guess
that.
in the environment that we're talking about right now that exists today, is it wrong to be gay?
Do I think it's wrong to be gay or like
Like
in a
under your
world
own
view?
view, yes.
I mean, this is my exact thing. Like, I do not believe in being gay and stuff like that. Like,
You
I
don't
think it
believe it
could.
exists?
No, I believe it exists, but like, I think it's wrong. But at the same time, I
So
do believe people should have their own choice. So I'm not like overly mad about it. But
what's
I
wrong
do
about being
agree
gay?
that it is a. Huh?
What's wrong about being gay?
I mean, I just don't think it's. I don't know. Like, I just feel like I'm a little bit leaning toward God with it. So I don't know.
Lean towards
That's more.
God doesn't say that being gay is wrong.
Come on. Let's be
Even
honest.
from the Christian perspective that you're probably
Also, like
referencing,
sometimes,
you
like
think that hold up, even from the Christian perspective that you think you're referencing, you think it's gay intercourse that's wrong, not being gay in of itself. So having the attraction of itself is not considered wrong. You're saying having gay intercourse is wrong, and even so, I don't think the scriptures within the context of the Bible actually indicate that. And there's not a single point in the Bible where Jesus actually says that it's wrong to be gay or
oh,
to
that
get
is what he
married
said.
if
He
you're
said you
gay
can't.
or
You
to
can
even
have the
have gay
thoughts, but you
intercourse.
can't act on it. You can't act on it. That I have heard that verse before.
Yeah, but there's no even argument to actually indicate that from a legitimate perspective because Jesus never even said this. The people that wrote it down are Paul, for example, and the word that people are specifically referencing is associated with people who are engaging in gay intercourse. Arsenokoitai is literally made by Paul. Okay, the word
Whoa.
was made by Paul. We don't know fully what it means. There's an interpretation error there. You can literally interpret it to not mean gay intercourse or gay relationships that exist today, and you can interpret it in a different way.
Well, I also think like being gay is wrong, just like on the biology side of it. Like
Why?
I truly think that most of our world is supposed. We're supposed to reproduce. We're supposed to have a connection, have a
You can
family.
reproduce and be gay.
I mean, it's not like technically your kid.
Every single time that you have sex, do you reproduce?
No, but I'm a virgin.
Okay, so gay people who have kids
Yeah,
are
I'm
doing
waiting
more
till
than you.
marriage. Well, I'm waiting till marriage.
Well, you're also an incel.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm waiting till marriage for my lady.
Involuntarily.
Not involuntarily. I'd say I'm objectively pretty attractive. Like I'd say people would find me attractive in real life. Like I'm only 5'10", but
I'm
like
cringing.
my face. No, I'm not even. I'm not saying I'm the most attractive, but I definitely like if I wanted to, I could definitely engage in that if I wanted to. But I just don't want to because my parents have taught me
Well, it's
not
not
to.
because of the way that you look, it's because of your views, my guy.
Well, I also don't drink and stuff like that because I'm Nazarene.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's because of your views, it's because of how you view the world that is inevitably going to cause you to be in that situation, not just the way that you look.
Well, I'd say I have a pretty good personality. Like I feel like a lot of my friends think I have a funny personality. I'm a pretty nice guy. Like that's why like when you're like, is being gay wrong? Like I'm not saying like
You
I
have
feel
no
like
reason to
everybody
say that,
should.
though. Like you said, biologically it's wrong because you don't produce kids through intercourse. Let me ask you this question. Is oral sex wrong?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what oral sex is.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, how old are
Uh,
you?
huh? I'm
How,
20.
you're 20 years old. You don't know what oral sex is? That's
Sorry.
crazy, bro.
What is it? Anal?
No, oral. Your mouth?
Oh, really?
Oral? Do you know what a
Yeah. See,
BJ is, bro?
yeah, I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
I've heard of that. Okay, bro. Um, Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, so, dude, I can't even believe I have to explain this to you. So do you think that's wrong?
What? A BJ?
Yeah. Say
I
you're in
mean,
marriage. Do you think it's wrong?
it kind of seems a little bit provocative, right? Or you think? Or I don't know.
Provocative?
Yeah, like
Do you mean
barbaric a little bit, right?
promiscuous?
No, like barbaric and like provocative, like just like
You
very
think it's
like
barbaric to get a BJ?
I don't know. I've never had one, so I don't really know.
That
Like, you
shit's
know what I
not
mean?
barbaric, my guy. What are you talking about, barbaric? What?
I don't know. It's
You
just
just said
I'm not
barbaric.
really experienced like with like I don't watch like PORN, so like I don't
Oh,
really.
you don't need to, bro. But like barbaric, dude. What are
I
you,
don't
a
know.
12-year-old?
No, sorry, I didn't mean to offend people if I
No,
said
it's
that.
okay. It's okay. I think it's more catching us off guard. Okay, it's like you don't typically run into a 20-year-old that says something like this. I guess.
No, now that you explained oral sex, I do know what it is, like a
Okay.
BJ
Now that
and
I've
stuff like
explained the
that.
birds and the bees to you, um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So like, yeah. What do you think it's wrong?
I mean, if you love the partner, maybe not. I don't know. Like,
Okay,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
know.
wait.
Like, I've
So
never.
so then the point that I'm making then is that it doesn't reproduce. It doesn't yield reproduction. Yet it's not considered wrong. It's a sexual act that does not yield reproduction, yet it's not wrong.
But most people in a marriage are gonna try to reproduce eventually, right? Like they're gonna try to have a kid most of the time, right?
I mean, I guess you could say most of the time. I'm not sure, quite sure on the data, but like, I mean, I'd have to check.
There's a
Is it
small
most people in
percentage
America
that want to have a
that
kid.
are married?
Probably. Yeah.
Do most married people want kids? I'm pretty sure that's true, but
Maybe not the Gen Z, but I bet millennials and up probably do.
I assume it's true. Yeah. Um. Oh, I guess among adults surveyed, 22% say it's extremely or very important to have children.
That's probably like
Um.
a Gen Z study, which
Yeah,
I could
I
agree.
guess I have to look further. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even talk about being gay. Like, I don't really have a problem with it. Like, I mean, they seem like cool people. I mean,
Yeah, my point is that there's nothing in the Bible that means you have to think that being gay is
I
wrong.
do think
And
though
also,
being
like,
gay is a
there's
choice though.
literally nothing. I want this to be clear. There's literally nothing in the Bible that condemns gay marriage. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I mean, when I pray, I feel it though. Like, I feel like, I pray for people around the world and stuff like that. So, I pray like they can find God and
Wait,
help them.
there are plenty of gay people that have found God under their own view.
I mean, maybe, yeah. I just like I don't know when I see like kids and I see their parents like bringing it on to them, it kind of rubs me the wrong way.
How are we pushing
And that's why I
being
was
gay on
getting. I
children?
feel like we went so far, and that's why I was trying to get to the talking point of
Wait,
like,
can I ask you a
if
question?
you put a tick in a jar. Okay, you can go.
Wait,
Sorry.
how are
Or do
we
you want me to
pushing?
finish?
No, I just want to clarify this question before you go into the next thing,
Okay.
so I don't forget it. How are we pushing being gay on children?
I mean, there are some parents. You can't lie. There are some parents that do push it a little bit,
Like in what way?
right? I mean, for example, somebody that I went to high school with, his little brother, his parents would let him like dress up as a girl when he was like 4 years old.
So,
I mean, how do you know the like? I don't know. I don't know. I
hey, dude,
don't.
I have two sisters. They dressed me up when I was a kid. I'm not gay.
But he would like paint his nails like pink and stuff.
Yeah, I've had my nails painted.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
that's called growing up with sisters, my guy.
I mean, I've had three sisters. I
Older
mean,
sisters?
yeah.
I think it's very normal to have older sisters, and your older
I have
sisters
two
do that
older
with you,
sisters.
right? Like, I think that's
One
pretty
younger.
normal.
I mean, I played dolls with them, but that's about it. They never like dressed me up as a girl.
Okay.
And like the dolls we played with were like I don't know if you ever
I
watched like
literally have a
Monster
pic. I have a
High.
picture on my phone of Patricia.
I don't
That
know
was
if you've ever
me when I
watched
was a
like
kid.
Monster High. Like
After
those were the dolls.
what's that?
Like Monster High, like the guy with like the snake hair, Monster High. You ever watch that show when you're growing up? Monster High. I feel like that's elite ball knowledge nobody knows about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know Monster High?
Wait, restate it again.
Monster High? Like the animals that went to high school.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
See, look, they all know it's ball knowledge. I can't believe you've
Wait,
never
you
heard
mean
of that.
Monsters Inc?
No, Monster High. Like they would literally like it was like they were like monsters that like went to high school. I feel like everybody's watched that though. Like, but those were
No,
the dolls I played with. Like I remember
no.
playing
Are you
Monster
talking about
High.
the Monsters Inc. monsters that went to college?
No, Monster High. I remember it because I used to love that. Like they had a show and they had a movie. I like the one like the Valentine one where like the girl like she got tranced by the like
I'm
by
sorry.
Cupid.
I don't know. I've never heard of this. I'm sorry.
See, look, I got them all. They're on my side now. No, I'm joking. They're not on
They're
my side.
dolls. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the point that I'm making is that like that's not gonna make you gay, man. That has nothing to do with being gay. Like literally, literally, my sister's dressing me up as a kid is not gonna cause me to be gay.
You got dressed up like, but like, okay, he
Yeah,
didn't have.
like my
They had
sister's
two
literally
kids,
dressed
so,
me up as Patricia. I
I mean,
literally have a picture on my phone of it.
and you're not like sexually attracted guys at all.
No, not at all. Zero
Really?
attraction.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Do you think when you notice like somebody's gay and their voice, do you think when they make their voice more feminine, do you think that's forcing their voice or no?
No, I just think
That's
that
why.
I think that that's commonly, specifically, like a tonality of voice within like gay culture, right? And specifically, obviously, when you hang out with a bunch of people, right, you start to sound like the people around you. Like when I grew up in Iowa, I sound like the people who grew up in Iowa. My mom has a Midwest accent, so if people specifically grow up and they engage with the gay community all the time because they're part of the gay community, of course they're going to have like a voice that's going to sound like the community that they're a part of in the same way that there are like Fortnite accents, my guy. Your dog water?
No,
Like get
I
cooked,
agree.
bro?
That actually makes sense. That actually
Your
makes
dog
sense.
water? Like what are you doing? Like you don't you have no clue? You
Yeah.
have no clue what are you doing?
No, I agree. I agree.
Get cooked?
You talked away the groups you're around, so I agree with that. But what I was trying to get to before we like this is the same topic, but like what I was trying to say with the tick, when you put a tick in a jar, it doesn't jump as far. You know what I mean? You ever seen that experiment? Like the
I
tick,
know.
you put them in a jar, then you take off the barrier, and they can't jump
No,
past the
I've never done
barrier
this.
because they're like, and like the kid can't jump as far as the mother can, or it's fleece. My bad, not tick.
I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm sorry, man.
Well, I mean, I don't want to like disrespect the gay community, so I guess I'll just drop now. I feel like we had a productive conversation. Maybe I couldn't entitle you more, but
And also, even from a Christian perspective, even if you do consider gay intercourse to be a sin, it's no different than any other sin. You should not look at it any differently than you look at fornication.
no, I know. I
Like
try not to
you shouldn't
sin,
look at it
but,
any
like,
differently than me and my relationship with my girlfriend. I'm an atheist, right? We're not married, right? You shouldn't look at it any differently than the relationship that I have with my girlfriend. So that's kind of like the point that I would like for people to see as well. Like even if you do believe that, you still shouldn't like put this like greater standard on gay people that they're committing some more grave sin when there's no reason to believe that even from that perspective.
Uh, wait. So you live with your girlfriend while you guys aren't married?
Hmm. We've been
I mean, I'm
living
not gonna
together
judge you.
for over a year now.
Are your parents okay with it?
Yeah. My parents are Christian too. I'm 24, dude. You
And
think
your
my
mom
parents?
wasn't mad
You
at it
think?
at all?
No. You think my parents are gonna say no?
I mean, they're not gonna tell you what to do, but they're gonna like feel disappointed. Like
No,
you're
they were
obviously
not
an adult.
disappointed at all.
Yeah.
My parents are happy that I'm in a meaningful relationship that I with a
How long
partner
you guys
that
been
treats me
together?
well and that I love. 2.5 years.
Yeah, bro. My mom would freak, bro.
Well, I'm 24 years old,
No, I
and
know, but like even if I was 24, like I feel like my mom would still like she wouldn't like I would still be able to do it, but like she would get like really mad about it. Like your mom wasn't mad at it like at the beginning.
No, not at all.
Oh, oh yeah. Well, I'll see you. Have a nice day.
Alrighty, you too. Alrighty, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria in the screen. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria. List in the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, we love you, Patricia. We love you, dude.
I think I've shown the picture of like my sister's. What's it called? Depiction of me as Patricia. I think I've done that before in my life. I don't know if I'd be able to find the picture. Tina, thank you so much to Leon. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. If I can, I'll let y'all know. No, it doesn't come up. All right, let's try to go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria. List in the TikTok screen. Alrighty. Yeah, I tried to look. I can't find it. I'll look for it later. I'll look for it later. Maybe sometime. Patricia, get a job? Seriously. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
29.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
Election held today. Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay. Alrighty, what's your birth year?
97.
Okay. Alrighty, I have some people to thank real quick. Then we can move on to our conversation. Just give me a quick second.
Right.
Fozzie, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you very much. It's actually really good here. Danielle, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's so true as well. Barbie, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $25. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, for teaching the last guest sex ed. Well, thank you so much. Justina, thank you so much for the $30. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm so sorry to hear that. But I hope it gets better. Thank you so much for the $30. Give some W's for Justine in the comment section right now. My voice crack right there was absolutely diabolical, I gotta say. But thank you so much. Really appreciate it. They said the new version of Trickle Down Econ Attraction discussions made me giggle again. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Always good to see you. As well as Lee, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, no, that wasn't that absurd. That was so absurd. Juliana, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I'll have to check it out. Morgan, thank you so much for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. True, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Amy, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's actually true. I think that comes from a lot of insecurity as well. Kyle, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously, though, right? Tori, thank you for the $25. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Maeve, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. There's something great in Dean's Discord, specifically for mutual funds or mutual aid. I would recommend looking into that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Thom, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it on Venmo. Give some W's for Thom in the comment section right now. I really appreciate it. Thank you. They said I live in NYC and Mom Donnie's approval rating is very high. Yes, I've seen it's very, very high, and that housing occupancy has raised substantially since he's came into office. Yeah, I've heard it's been actually really, really good. As well as Dana, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. They said trans people pay taxes like everyone else. Yeah, we face systemic persecution. Oh my gosh, it's not showing me the whole message. Systemic persecution. That entities label genocide. There is neurological basis for gender, and nobody cares to listen to minorities to serve freedom and never compromise with bigotry. Totally agree. Thank you so much, Dana. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as, I think I am fully caught up. Alrighty. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. So you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, as always, as well as Silver. Thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Brandon, why do you support Donald Trump?
I support Trump because what he's doing domestically with the border crossings being down. My wife's actually a liberal, so she told me to come up and debate you. She's actually a really big fan. So what we do is, or what she does is, she puts you on the big screen on her TV at home, and we actually watch you while she gives me oral sex. And try to pivot off the
line. Trolling. Okay, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. We're just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen.
Yo,
what's up? How old are you?
Yes, 35.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
There's only one sole reason why I support him, because of the tax bracket. So I make a substantial amount of money. So when it comes to taxes, that's why it's important.
Okay,
All
I
the
mean,
other stuff, the beautiful bill, all that stuff is like, I'm pro-life, bro. So I don't think Trump is. See what I'm saying?
okay,
Thanks for the galaxy.
You're pro-life. You don't think Trump is. Okay, I mean, that's an argument we can go into. And one thing I would say, if you say I make a substantial amount of money, therefore I want to vote for Republican tax policy, I would argue that actually you'd probably end up making more money if a consumer base is better off in the long run. So even the slight increase in taxes that would be for the highest levels of income earners in America, it will still just create a better overall economy and better conditions for everyone, which inevitably still will impact and positively impact you. And I do think that you're hyperfixating on an increase in taxes that will only impact income over $400,000 a year. So say you make a bunch of money, right? That's going to impact your life to a very, very small extent. But how much will it impact people in which have been disenfranchised by the Big Beautiful Bill, for example? Well, 10 million people are losing access to Medicaid, 2.5 million people on average every single month losing access to food stamps, and over 420,000 children are cut off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month, while we're adding $3.4 trillion to the debt. And practically every metric of the economy is worse off since Trump got in office. If Donald Trump never imposed the tariffs in the first place that he imposed, which put a tax on everyone, by the way, disproportionately increasing taxes for the lowest income Americans, right, then we would be below pre-pandemic levels of inflation, right, which would mean that we can bring down interest rates and make things more affordable. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I respond? Well, you just dog walk me. I'm not gonna lie. Enjoy your meds and keep being.
Appreciate you very much. I think they're trolling as well. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Sorry, how old am I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm 22. How are you?
Do you support Trump?
Define support.
Like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Sorry, I just only read the stuff on your screen now. I'm not from the USA. I'm from NZ, but I'd still love to talk to you.
Gotcha. Let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on the next individual. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. By the way, tomorrow, everyone, we should be live at 9 a.m. again. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We should be live tomorrow. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Oh, did they fall asleep? Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria. List in the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Let's get a Twitch stream.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 22.
Do you support Trump?
I do not, but Parker, never stop winning.
Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. We are just looking for some debates. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the heart me. Thank you very much. Or, I mean, the club victory. Thank you very much. Sorry, I don't know why I thought it was a heart me for a second. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker, we love you. Parker, we love you.
Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you very much. We are going to the next individual. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria in the screen. And I thank you for the hand hearts. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
6'7".
We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
26.
And do you support Trump?
Hell yeah.
Okay, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Okay, so to be honest, the thing is, I want to fuck you, give me your asshole.
Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. We're just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Cookie King Mog's here.
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. I don't think we got many Trump supporters in the box right now, everybody. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. We can't get many debates for today because the Trump supporters are scared to debate me. Gaz, thank you so much for the galaxy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. As well as Love Animal. Thank you for the galaxy as well. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty, let's keep trying, everyone. Let's keep trying. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 21. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm a huge fan. I'm not a Trump supporter. I just
Appreciate you very much. I appreciate you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Howdy, I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Appreciate the love sparks, by the way. Thank you very much. If the election was held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump, why do you always ask that question?
Because I debate Trump supporters.
Well, I know, but if you're asking if they're a Trump supporter, why do you ask if the election was held today? Wouldn't it be, like, given?
No, because
If they're a Trump
plenty of
supporter?
people will say that they just like support the president regardless.
Oh,
Like, so they'll be like,
okay.
oh, I support Biden, I support Trump, I support the president regardless because I'm an American. So I just
Okay,
say that
yeah.
as a clarifying question because you'd be surprised how many people come up and do that. But yeah, alrighty, why do you support Trump?
I support Trump because of how he pulled out of NATO.
He hasn't
not
pulled
pulled
out
out
of
of-
NATO.
Not that. One second. Let me look up what I had
Okay.
it pulled up. How are you doing today?
All right.
That last guy who came up here seemed pretty. Not last one. It was a while ago. I've been up here or listening for a couple.
I've had decent conversations today. I feel like today's been all right comparative to other days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
During Trump's presidency, the foreign policy, like his America First, I like how he started pushing. So he was, oh my, trying to increase other countries' defense, like their spending, and his administrations like argued that the United States was carrying, too much. And I think that it's good because isn't he strengthening NATO if he's having other people support it?
I think that most of the increase in NATO spending, well, not NATO spending, defense spending of NATO countries increased under the Biden-Harris administration, and that's actually not necessarily because of either Trump or because of Biden. It's because of the invasion that Russia did in Ukraine, which technically Biden did help work with countries in NATO to help get them to fund Ukraine and defend Ukraine. So I do think that that shows that he has relationships that are established with our allies, whereas Trump has destabilized these relations. He's asked NATO for help, but they've said no.
Do you think that it should be like America's job to support NATO and to be, because weren't we one of the main spenders for NATO?
We actually only do about 16%
Who spends
of the
most?
NATO budget. So really what people are referencing when they reference that we spend so much comparative to the NATO countries is our own defense budget. That's our own choice.
So, okay. Do you think we should move that around?
Yeah, we should reduce our defense budget. Absolutely. We should be spending like $500 billion a year on the military maximum. We should not be spending more than that. It is absurd. Now, I want the largest military in the world. No one's disputing that. But we spend nearly $1 trillion per year, and Trump wants to make it 1.5 trillion. That's just unaffordable.
Mm-hmm. But what about like where does most of that money go to? Like, it's not salaries, is it? Is it research? Is it?
Well, there's bases around the world. There's research. There's development. There's missiles, technology. There's a bunch of different things it goes to. I would say that we need them to pass their audits in order to fully know. We don't really have it in all circumstances. Oh, also, yeah, defense contractors.
Okay. So then would you recommend how would you recommend lowering that?
How would I recommend lowering the defense budget?
Yeah, you said you were an econ major, right?
Yeah, I think that we need to audit it, and then we also need to lower the presence of military bases. I think that we can reduce costs in terms of defense budgets on defense contractors for, way too many missiles than we need, way too many tanks and, things that we don't need in general. I think a lot of that can be, I don't know the exact specifics on everything, but I know a lot of that can be reduced. If China can do it for literally a third of what we're doing, then we should be able to do do more than them with more.
But isn't like China having a bunch of like slave or like child labor?
Not for like defense contracting, I would say, but a lot of that has been overblown specifically by conservatives to try to make it seem like that's what they care about, right? They're trying to say that they care about child labor in China, but them imposing tariffs universally on the entire country increases the likelihood that child labor will happen because it creates conditions where these companies in China will still want to compete in the consumer markets in America, even given the imposition of the tariff, meaning that they're going to try to reduce costs to be able to do that. And a way you can reduce costs is by exploiting labor. So
Right.
you're actually creating a greater incentive to reduce labor standards. So that's why I say it's overblown, is because Trump supporters seemingly don't really care about that. I'm not saying you specifically, Trump supporters in general seemingly don't care about that, yet they still advocate for tariffs, even despite considering that that's going to happen.
For sure. Yeah, I don't think, obviously, I think it's a common thing. No one wants child labor. No one wants like that stuff to happen. And tariffs definitely, you said they remove that. And that's one of the things I don't like about his economic policy. But it also, because of how it does that, it makes other countries more competitive in the market. And then, but doesn't tariffs also bring money back into our economy, even though it's shortening others?
So tariffs actually haven't really brought back money to our economy. We've actually seen a decline in real domestic manufacturing investment every single quarter of Trump's administration so far, after massive
Then why
booms
do
under
we-
the Biden administration.
Then why do we have tariffs?
Well, because he thinks that it's going to bring back domestic manufacturing, but it hasn't. That's what at least he claims. The real reason I think that he's trying to do so is because he's trying to shift the burden of taxation from those that are disproportionately higher income to those that are disproportionately lower income, because tariffs are paid mostly by consumers, right, which disproportionately impacts the lowest income individuals because they spend a greater proportion of their income on consumer goods. So I think it's really about shifting the burden of taxation rather than like bringing back domestic manufacturing to this country.
Okay, yeah. Also, I was listening earlier, and this is totally unrelated. You said you were from Iowa?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I used to live in Iowa. I don't think Midwesterners have an accent. Am I crazy to say that?
They do. We don't think that because we grew up in the Midwest. But my mom 100% has one. And like I don't really notice it, but people I'm talking to that live here notice it.
What state are you in now?
I'm in California.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, Californians have an accent, though. It's not Midwesterners.
It's both.
Okay, yeah. What part of
Technically,
Iowa?
everyone has an accent.
True. What part of, like, Iowa?
Quad Cities.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
very cool.
is there anything Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him?
Probably. I mean, I'd have to think of it. Like, there's nothing off the top of my head, but anyone can, like, if anyone does something horrible, like, as a president, like, I know he did horrible things. I know what he did with children when he said that he went into the locker room, the USA. That's a horrible thing. He shouldn't. Yeah. And for the files,
So you wouldn't support him if he engaged in sexual exploitation?
as president, yes. If he did that now,
You acknowledge that he's done that in the past, but you overlook it because it's in the past?
I don't know if he has. It's confirmed. Like, it's been.
Yeah, like I can play the clip, but you want to hear the clip of him admitting to it?
Yeah.
I
Is
got
it the
you.
one where he says that he likes going into the locker or the Miss
Changing
USA
rooms?
ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can play other ones as well. There's another one of him saying that he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years.
Could
But
be a conflict
One
of
on the
interest, but
escalator.
you know, it's the kind of thing you worry about later.
Oh, I see.
You tend to think about the conflict a little bit later on.
question is, how can it not be?
Well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now, tell
Well,
me
I'll
what
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, you know, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. You know, I'm inspecting.
Right,
I want to
right.
make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
That's, yeah. I don't support that, obviously. And if he, I think he should be in jail for that because that's not okay.
okay, well, I mean, if you think he should be in jail for that, then you think he should be you shouldn't be president. I mean, it's not just that. I have other things to tell you. He's been accused
Okay.
by 27 women of sexual misconduct. He's been held
Mhm.
civilly liable of sexual abuse in a civil court amongst a decision of 9 people, all 9 people in the jury, that he sexually abused Eugene Carroll, that he forcibly penetrated her against her will. He's been credibly accused by a minor in the Epstein files that got a settlement with the Epstein estate. And if we believe the victims of Epstein that got settlements with the Epstein estate about their accusations, we think that their accusations are true. One of those accusations includes that Epstein trafficked her to Trump. So that would then implicate Trump if we believe the accusations to be true about Epstein. And since they got a settlement with the Epstein estate, we know that those accusations are true. And then another thing people bring up is like, oh, well, then why wasn't he held accountable? Well, there are plenty of other credible accusations in the Epstein files that haven't led to jail time, that haven't led to them people being held accountable, and that's an issue.
Okay. Yeah. It seems so weird because if the entire population knows he does this, like,
Not everyone knows this though. Like This Is Live is where people talk about these things, and oftentimes people take this as partisan or they think it's fake news or something without even looking into it, just because of how Trump has portrayed it in the media about everything that's come out about him. And a lot of people are willing to overlook these things just because of the fact that there's a lot of bad things they've heard about Trump for the past 10 years, and they just choose not to believe anything unless it comes from Trump at a certain point. But anyone I tell this that, like, you know, does like have a typical response, like does hear this and like, oh, they're like, oh, I shouldn't support this. But still to this day, so many people don't know about these things. And if they knew about them, they wouldn't have voted for him in the very first place.
yeah. Do you think like the war in Iran then was based, like not based, but was like some sort of cover up or was a big distraction from the files?
I do think that now it's that's not the only reason. I think that it's a main reason, but it's not the only reason. I think it probably brought up the timetable. I think they were probably going to do this either way, but it brought the timetable up earlier for it to happen. I would have expected that they would want to do that like after midterms, right? Not like before the midterms.
Well, I wouldn't even be surprised if they did it in his third year. So like a little bit after the midterms, so then they can talk about how the Democrats pulled out of the war in Afghanistan really fastly, so they were going to do the same thing to get like then JD Vance elected. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. They would have done that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I would have expected. But I do think they put the timetable earlier because he wants to distract away from the Epstein files, which I think in general was actually relatively effective at reducing people talking about the Epstein files from his perspective, which is obviously a bad thing. I want people to talk about the Epstein files more, but less people are talking about it because of the Iran war.
Something I don't like is I don't like how like there's no compromises in the government. And I'm not saying it's a Democratic thing. I'm not saying it's a Republican thing. I do think Republicans are a little less likely to come to a compromise, but I think we need to have like actual compromises. See, if I were president, right? I'm going to be president. Don't even worry about this, Parker, okay? I'm going to have like a bunch of people who are disagreeing with me politically in my cabinet, so then I can come up with good solutions.
That's actually what Kamala Harris would have done. So like the point that I would make is that that's exactly what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are doing. They were working with the other side, trying to compromise, trying to get things done. For example, the bipartisan infrastructure bill, the Chips and Science Act, the PACT Act. We can point to the fact that there was the bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the Violence Against Women Act. We can point to the bipartisan border bill that Donald Trump actually called for people in Congress to undermine because he didn't want the Democrats to get a win on the border. They had unprecedented levels of negotiation and working together, and I think that they were trying to perpetuate that. And I think Trump is rolling a lot of those provisions back and a lot of that work that we've done to get people to work together back as well.
Because we're still in a government shutdown, aren't we?
I think that that's over now.
Okay. Did it end?
I think it ended. At least I heard that. I'm not quite sure. Let me check.
I know it was like 2 months. At least.
I think that it happened like just recently. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, it's saying from the last time. It's not even telling me the time before. Yeah, it's done. Well, that's the only relevant point.
Oh, it ended last night. That's what people are saying
Yeah.
in the chat. Okay. So what did they end up? Do you know? I guess you don't probably know then that what they did to end it.
Yeah, I'm actually not familiar.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up. But I know that it was almost all Republicans, almost all Democrats on one side. Literally no compromise was happening.
Yeah, and I think that's because of how the Trump administration is engaging in politics. And I think it's because of the division that's been created due to that rhetoric. I do think that um, I do think that there'll be more of an ability for there to be compromise and working together once we get past the Trump era of politics. And like
Okay.
people stop being so extremist with their politics on the right. I do think that we're going to be able to facilitate more conversations, dialogues, because inevitably that's what people have been asking for Congress for a long time was to do more, not do less. And I think that as soon as people realize what's causing Congress to do less, we're going to be able to fix these problems a lot quicker. And I think that includes saying that Trump's a bad leader and a bad person for the position of presidency, especially when he's like calling for the execution of some Democrats from the position of presidency, or pardoning violent rioters who beat police officers and calling them patriots, or saying that he's glad that Robert Mueller's dead, like just because he investigated into him.
Yeah, that's and then what was I gonna say? Oh, I saw a lot of they caved. I was reading the comments. They caved because of no funding to ICE. That's so Republicans caved in that. So that's why. Do you believe? What do you believe for ICE?
What do you mean? I think that we should. I think we should abolish ICE and structure border enforcement in a different aspect within the federal government that doesn't allow for it to be as easily changed by the executive branch. So I don't like how it's structured in the federal government. We had border enforcement prior to ICE, and I think that we need legislation to be relevant in order to be able to have that to be passed in the first place for border enforcement. I do think border enforcement should still exist. I just think that they should focus on people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes and are a threat to the safety and security of our population, rather than focusing on people who are just coming here for a better life. I think we need to facilitate a quicker legal immigration process, and I think that will naturally disincentivize people in coming to the country undocumented, which will create better conditions for those undocumented immigrants, for our country as a whole, ensuring that more people are vetted. It'll make better conditions off for our economy, bring in more tax revenue, right, and make a more equitable system overall.
Yeah, and then didn't Trump say he doesn't want anyone coming in? Like he said, that's why he made it harder to get get legal citizenship, and then he's letting in hundreds of people from I think China to work or go to college here. Do you know what I'm talking
I'm
about?
actually not quite familiar with what you're specifically referencing.
Okay. I was just curious. I'll stray past that. I think that I don't think that we should be using brutality to get what we want with ICE. And I think it should be way easier to come in legally, but there should still be checks to make sure that people are safe. It's hard though, because the people who are in the country illegally, are they gonna come are they gonna do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, I think the best way to address all the things that you're referencing is by providing the undocumented immigrants who are in the country who haven't committed violent crimes and bad enough to deport them, a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave, because then they'll go through the vetting process and identify themselves to authorities, which will make it easier for law enforcement to focus on those that are actually a threat to the safety and security of our population.
Okay. Well, people are saying they want an actual debate, and I feel like I'm not doing a good job debating you because I'm kind of just agreeing with you. But I'm glad we had a conversation about this.
For sure.
You're a much better debater than Dean, I'll tell you that. Dean's just really rude about everything he does. It's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, one thing I would say is that people can have that interpretation of me as well, depending on the person that I'm talking to. Having a conversation with someone like you, we're going to have a productive conversation. It's going to be very respectful. It's going to be a nice conversation. But for some of the people that come up on the live streams, right, inevitably it does yield that. I do respond that way. So it also depends on where you see of me, because a lot of people who see my stuff, where I debated Charlie Kirk on YouTube, they think the complete opposite. They think Dean's super respectful and is willing to engage in those types of conversations. But the people who always see us here on TikTok are, typically the ones who say that about me, that I'm the nicer one. But yeah.
Well, thank you. Have a nice day.
You as well. Have a good day. Alrighty, let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria. List in the TikTok screen. Paige, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. That's great. That's great. I've been there all the time. Devin as well. Thank you for the $2. Based. Lena, thank you so much for the $2. And Silver, thank you for the $10, by the way. Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I'm Lena.
What's your...
I would just like to ask you if I could get 30
wait,
seconds
so you don't
to
support
tell
Trump?
you something. No, I'm so sorry, but it's really, like, I just wanted to...
I'm sorry. I am just looking for debates. I am just looking for some debates. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Yo, Tim, how old are you?
Hello?
Do you support Trump?
No, but I love you, dude. You're the best.
Appreciate you, appreciate you. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria. Listen to the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
Do you support Trump?
I do support Donald J. Trump, yes.
Okay, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Wait. Did you ask me how old I am, or did you ask me who would I vote for? I didn't hear the question exactly.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
And what's your birth year?
I was born on the January 31st of 2009.
Okay, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
If the election was today, I'd probably vote for Donald J. Trump. Probably.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I generally support him less from like a purely ideological commitment, and I'm more supporting from like a legacy Republican commitment. But I think I generally support tariffs and his opinions on the border. I think generally those are the main reasons why I support him, and a bit of the Iran war because I'm more hawkish. But that's it.
Okay.
There's some pluses and some minuses in how he's conducting it, so I'm not full in support of how he's committing to it. I generally support the idea of a war in Iran and the toppling of...
What year did you say you were born again?
2008.
Yeah, Everett, he said 2008, just let never know. Okay, so tariffs. Can you name one benefit that we've seen from tariffs?
Well, as how tariffs work, tariffs take a long time to take effect, as it's a tax on the consumer, but it's a tax on the consumer with the goal of bringing back industry to the United States, and to bring back industry. And the United States for a long time has been, the Rust Belt especially, where I grew up, has been murdered by the Trans-Pacific Trade Treaty and trade with China. And I think that the Chinese-American Cooperation Act and the thousands signed by Bill Clinton ruined the Rust Belt. And I think that the main point of all tariffs should be to bring back industry to the Rust Belt, as since the 80s, effectively, since the rise of the Japanese car manufacturing industry, the Rust Belt has been in a state of depression. So I think that if there is anything that would bring it back, it is tariffs. It would be tariffs. I don't think
if I could show you a chart that real domestic manufacturing investment has declined every single quarter of Trump's administration after a massive increase under the Biden administration, would you concede and say you don't support the tariffs?
I believe you, but again, tariffs take a long time to take effect. I mean, under every single historic administration which has applied tariffs.
I have a question. What state do you live in?
I live in Michigan.
And what time is it?
And it is 3 p.m.
What time? Can you name two states that border Michigan?
Indiana and Ohio and Wisconsin from the west.
Okay. It's 4 in Michigan. Isn't there some parts of Michigan where it's 3?
Yeah, the most like western part of Michigan up in. Yeah, there it is 3. It does border 2 time zones.
Is there any part of Michigan that is central? Yeah, there is. Wait, central time. Wait, it says eastern. Central. Yeah, there's some parts that are central. Okay. Can you tell me what the capital of Michigan is?
I believe it's Detroit, but I'm not the best on state politics.
It is Lansing.
Oh, pardon me.
Okay. All right. So yeah, would you like to? How about we can go back to what you were saying? How do you feel about the fact that real domestic manufacturing investment has declined since Trump got in office?
Well, no, as I said earlier, under every single administration which has historically introduced tariffs, like the McKinley administration and the Roosevelt administration, the first one, under Teddy Roosevelt, they all increased tariffs, and there all was some pejorative increase of manufacturing in the United States, but it came at a decrease of investment from foreign capital to the United States, as it was seen as
Hey, why is your profile picture the Unabomber?
It was a joke of one of my friends because we used to go onto other debates. We used to go into other debates and let LARP.
You LARP is what?
LARP. I don't know. I don't know, frankly. It was just a dumb thing that I did with some of my friends. I did not change the PFP.
Okay, I think that's a really weird thing to do. I'm just gonna go to the next person. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? I think their microphone was too quiet. Hey, send a guest request back. Your microphone, I think I was like so quiet we could barely hear them. Did anyone hear that? I think they were speaking, but like I couldn't really make out what they were saying. Very vaguely, yeah. What was their name again? Benjamin, thank you for the $1, by the way. I did. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Jimmy or something? All right. I don't see them, actually. I heard, like, being scared to debate. That's what I heard. That's the only thing I heard. What was their name? Jimmy. Oh, wait. Yeah, Jimmy, send a guest request back. I don't see you in the box. Interesting. All right, well, I guess they're not sending a guest request back. That's unfortunate. All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? You're disgusting. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
Do you support Trump?
Alabama's trying to redistrict.
Thank you for letting me know. I already have heard, by the way. There's a lot of claims of Republican areas trying to redistrict. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
Yo, do you support Trump?
Yes.
Yeah, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, and why do you support Trump?
Well, it was mainly because of Charlie Kirk, who convinced me to support Trump, and I just think he's a better leader than Kamala.
What state do you live in?
Texas.
And what time is it?
It's 2:07 right now.
In Texas?
El Paso.
Okay. All right. Can you name 2 states that border Texas?
New Mexico and Oklahoma.
Okay. Alrighty. Is El Paso Mountain, really?
I'm a dual citizenship.
It is actually.
Wondering why I sound like this.
No, I was just saying
American British.
Yeah. Typically when people have a British accent, they're trolling on my stream. Very low likelihood of people who have a British accent not trolling on the stream. push the corgi. So I was just asking, just for clarification. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the reason I support Trump, obviously, I know the current situation is not looking really good, but I think overall, he's a better leader.
Wait, I have a question. Who is the football team? Who are the football teams in Texas?
I don't watch football, man. I mean, that's not the thing.
You don't know the football teams in Texas? Not even one?
I'm mixed British American.
Yeah, but like you
I've
don't know
lived
a
in
single
Britain many
one?
years. I've been to America.
You don't know about the Cowboys or the Texans?
I don't really watch American football, you know.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I
I'm
meant like
more
you
of
would
a soccer
maybe have heard
fan.
it from
In
other
Britain,
people.
we call
What about
it football.
what about
but you guys call
college
it
football? Have
soccer.
you heard about college football teams yet?
I don't really do that.
Okay.
I've grew
Alright.
up in the UK most of my life, but I am a dual citizenship, you know.
Okay. I was just saying.
Mother's
Go ahead.
American, father's British. But yeah. But I still have a right, you know, to support Trump.
Alrighty.
So
Go ahead. Make your point.
yeah, that's my point. I do agree with the current situation right now. It does look very bad. I definitely agree with that. I'm talking about overall. And if we clearly look at what Biden has done compared to Trump in his first term, then we can see the difference. They
Okay.
literally had
What's the
to
difference that you
throw
like?
Biden. They had to throw out Biden from serving a second term because he was never going to win, and they had Kamala, and they still lost. And
Yeah, but like what's bad about Kamala Harris as compared to Trump?
basically a Biden 2.0.
Okay, but how is that bad?
What has Biden done good?
Okay, the Bipartisan Infrastructure Bill, the CHIPS and Science Act, the PACT Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the Violence Against Women Act.
Yeah. I didn't mean that in a literal sense, but I just mean that, you know, I support Trump and there's nothing wrong with it, I guess, you know.
There is. He's a rapist.
Okay. Why do you think Trump got into power? Because the majority of America at that time supported Trump. Yes,
It wasn't a majority of America nor a majority of voters. But even so, based upon the individuals that did vote for him, they were heavily misinformed. Many of which wouldn't have voted for him if the election were held today.
Okay, convince me why, if the election were held today, why I should vote for Kamala instead of Trump.
Why? Because she prioritizes the working class and the middle class to a greater extent. She didn't want to cut people off of access to health insurance, food, and basic necessities that they need. She was willing to increase taxes on the richest Americans to decrease the deficit. And by the richest Americans, I mean income over $400,000 a year, so only income over $400K would get touched. Below that, you would have reduced taxes because the tariffs would not have been imposed, tariffs causing prices to go up. If tariffs were not imposed, according to a Federal Reserve report, we'd be below pre-pandemic levels of inflation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the main issue.
Okay. And one of the main reasons why I support Trump is due to illegal immigration, which is an issue, and it was a bigger problem when Biden was in power, as opposed to Trump. And I do understand that certain things have happened and, you know, innocent lives have been lost in the process, but I cannot support people entering the country illegally. There is a legal process, and I know that you'd like to argue that, oh, the process is bad and stuff, but that does not defend the point that they're still illegally trespassing when there's a legal process in place. They're literally pushing in line instead of the people who are coming in. So what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I think that there's not even going in the line in the first place, so they're not making the line any longer. But I do think that it's because the current legal process takes too long. I think that we'd incentivize more people to go through said legal process if we made the legal process a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
I think immigration is beneficial for our society, and we should be incentivizing people to come through the legal pathways. I think we're disincentivizing people to come through the legal pathways when we make it take several years on average.
Mm-hmm. But don't you still think that the people who come here illegally, they're criminals automatically and have committed a very big crime from the very beginning?
40% of undocumented immigrants in the country are not criminals because of the fact that they have are not considered criminals for coming to the country and being here undocumented because they came into the country lawfully and then overstayed their visa. So it's only a civil violation. For the individuals that unlawfully enter the country, specifically, you could say that it's a violation of the law to unlawfully enter the country. What I would say, though, is that we could provide a pathway to citizenship for those that have not committed violent crimes and bad crimes because they would have gone through the legal process either way, right? Regardless, right, in that scenario. Not regardless, if it was the case that we didn't impose such a lengthy system. So I think it's just like helping out people that would have otherwise gone through the legal system.
Okay, but if 40% are that makes 60% criminals. So what about them?
Oh, when we say criminals, I just want to be clear. Like you're saying, people just because they've unlawfully entered the country, they've not been convicted of any crime yet. 73% of those detained by ICE have no criminal record. 95% of those detained by ICE have no violent criminal record.
Yeah. But that's one of my biggest factors why I support Trump. And obviously, I'm not very good at debates. I don't have as much as knowledge as you do in American politics. I'm both British and American. However, Charlie Kirk was the main reason for my support towards Trump. So, what are your thoughts on Charlie Kirk? Do you think that all the points that he made were invalid, or do you agree with some of the points that he made while he was alive?
Obviously, he's made a point before in his life that was a valid point, but I think that I disagree with him on a majority of ideological issues. All right, and I don't think that he's like, I guess, like someone to look up to, right? Ideologically speaking, I think his views were bad most of the time. Now, for some things, like for example with Trump, I mean, he disagreed with the Iran war, right? So he would have given major pushback on that, and that was one of his main things that he was trying to do, was prevent Trump from going to war with Iran.
Yes, that's correct.
And yet Trump's still done that. So, I mean, even from that perspective, you could get a reason to stop supporting Trump. The whole no new wars thing didn't actually fulfill.
Yeah, that is one thing that I do not agree with Trump regarding the war. He did claim before that, I've solved 8 wars, and then now he goes on about starting a war. I do not agree with this, but I'm talking about like based on his first term as opposed to what Biden done. That was my main point.
Okay, so what else are you trying to gain from this?
I'm just telling you why I support Trump, and main reason is due to the illegal immigration problem. I don't know if you know much about the UK, but over here as well, we have a very big problem with illegals as well, and we're run by Labour at the minute, the left.
So the Democrats want to criminalize undocumented entry. They just want to make the legal process go quicker. What about that? Do you disagree with?
Yeah, I just think that if anyone comes into America illegally, they should be sent back straight away. There's no excuses. You came in illegally, and they pushed in the people who are trying to come in legally, like legally. Yeah.
Okay. I don't understand the point. Like you want people to come through the process legally. So then why do you vote for a convicted felon over a prosecutor?
But he's still the president, though. You say he's a convicted felon, but why is he in power? And
because he was voted for.
And what felon has he been convicted of? Are you talking about Epstein files or the rape
Falsification
case,
of business records in the first degree, which is a Class C felony in the state of New York.
And why do you think I should vote for Kamala instead of Trump?
I've already answered that question. Tomorrow? Did you hear my answer the last time you answered that? You asked that question?
Yeah, I did hear, but what... Okay, here, I'll ask you this then. What good things is Trump doing currently?
You tell me.
Immigration law.
No, I would argue his immigration policy is bad. There's like one thing I can point to recently with like the certain type of substances. I can't say on the live because it's TikTok TOS. Like there was an executive order that was passed that addressed that. That's really all you could point to. I mean, like, can you point to anything that you think he's done as good?
Recently, no. Recently, what he has done has made me change my mind on him. Obviously, that wasn't the case during the election time, and the reason why I support him. But I have
So you don't support
started
him anymore?
to. I'm on the fence currently, in the middle.
Okay. Is there anything he could do that would get you to stop supporting him?
To stop supporting him.
Yeah.
If he gets other countries involved into the war, I guess, like, if World War III happens because of him, then I would not support him.
Okay, so only if World War III happened? Or is there any other examples?
Well, if he doesn't manage to fix this current situation that he's put a mess on. He does claim that the war's already over, but he does also claim that it's still ongoing, so if he managed to
He's
lower
claiming it's
the
not
gas
ongoing
prices and
anymore.
everything.
He's claimed it's over now.
Yeah, and if he managed to, in the end,
but we gain no
fix the
objectives.
gas prices. But we could get cheaper gas.
No, gas is more expensive.
Yes, currently is, but after the war is over.
No, it's likely to stay up in the long run, even. Because you know what's happened?
Oil?
We've depleted reserves as well.
The reserves take a very long time to travel. I'm sure you're aware that
they also take a long time to build
very
back
long
up.
time. Yeah.
So that is going to cause gas prices to go up and stay up. Economists assume that it will be high for years, and like through the 27 and 28, even if it were to end today, completely.
Do you think if Kamala came into power today, she could fix all this?
Like if she came into office today? Well, yeah, she would be able to make it better off. Yeah, by getting rid of the tariffs, by pulling us out of the war with Iran completely, by trying to set up negotiations. Yeah, I think she would be a lot more effective at doing this than Trump. But it would have been preferable if Trump never did this in the first place, you know?
Yeah, you're right. You have convinced me. I was on the fence. I was still supporting Trump, but I have started disliking him more for the current situation. But
okay, well, I appreciate you coming up, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Let's go on the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. We're just looking for some debates. Sarah, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. He said he was a dual citizen, so, I mean, him being in the UK at that certain moment wouldn't necessarily be a dispute that he could vote in the US as well. Janet as well, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. Let's go on to the next individual here quick. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up here, everybody. Do give it a quick second, everyone. Only do send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 18.
You support Trump?
Half, not really.
Okay, like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump?
Yes and no. Sorry, yes and no.
Like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I'd rather vote for Trump, but I still think that he's a fraud and a felon.
Okay, so why would you vote for Trump?
It's mainly about his foreign policy.
Such as?
He's a big Israel is the main reason.
Okay, what about his policy in relation to Israel?
Well, I think it was in 2019 when he moved the U.S. embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, and that meant that he officially recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
So why do you like that? Because I think that led to more conflict in the region.
Well, for Israeli Jews, it was very good. I mean, most of them supported him for that.
Are you Israeli?
No, but I support not everything they do, but most of the stuff.
So why are you doing it for the benefit of Israel?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Aren't we supposed to be doing things in the benefit of Americans and not in the benefit of Israelis?
Well, in both ways.
How is it in benefit of us?
Well, they're a good. They have good agents there who can give military advice to USA.
And for what? What do we need that for?
Well, what if a country attacks the US?
Because of our relationship with
better
the state of
prepared.
Israel?
What?
Because of our relationship with the state of Israel?
No,
Like,
but they can send
the
aid.
only thing that people can ever bring up is they can give us intelligence to help us with attacks that are a result of our relationship with them.
No, they'll simply give them like tactics to defend themselves in case they get attacked, for example.
What tactics do we need from Israel to defend ourselves?
They have very good agents. They're specialized agents who are trained since childhood.
But what
Many of them.
do we need for defense? I think we're fine in terms of defense.
I mean, it never hurts to improve, does it?
I would say that it does. If we're going to be destroying our relationships around the world, supporting a genocidal state, things like that.
I mean, in your opinion, it's a genocide, but in my opinion, it's not. I think that they're just defending themselves from October 7th.
So you think
That
completely
happened
destroying
in-
the civilian infrastructure and preventing food into Gaza is just defending yourself?
Listen, the civilian infrastructure is being destroyed because they are, because it's basically. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of how to explain this. Most of it has been destroyed because, for example, they had military bases in hospitals or in other civilian infrastructure, which.
But almost every single building in Gaza. Right?
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous to say that. It was all Hamas?
I don't think so.
So I
because
can
most
show
of
you
it-
an entire block of things that were destroyed. I can show you an entire multiple blocks of
I'm
things
aware.
destroyed.
I'm
You're
aware
going to say
that
it's all
most of it has been
Hamas.
destroyed. I'm aware that most of it has been
No,
destroyed.
that's not to go after Hamas. That's to ethnically cleanse Palestinians.
Well, most of them are terrorists.
Oh, you see what I mean? That's not true.
Not Palestinians, but it's ruled by terrorists.
You
Hamas
said
is a
you said
terrorist
most of you
organization.
said most of them are terrorists. That's what you just said. Who's them?
The Hamas people. Actually, all of
Wait,
them.
so you don't think all of Hamas are terrorists?
No, sorry. All of them. I misspoke.
Okay, so when you said most of them are terrorists, I think you were referencing Palestinians.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. Why are you lying?
I'm not lying. You're accusing me of something that I'm
Yeah,
denying.
you think that all of Hamas are terrorists, okay? So if you think all of Hamas are
Definitely.
terrorists, then you wouldn't say most. That's why I think you were
I
referencing
simply misspoke.
Palestinians.
It was simply a mistake.
Okay. So then what's your whole point? What's the justification for blowing up all the civilian infrastructure?
Well, the fact that they got attacked and sexually abused
That's
on October 7th.
Wait, let me just clarify. That those are war crimes. So you think war crimes are justified because of war crimes?
Listen, it's a very complicated situation because...
No. Is that what you just said?
How can
War
you-
crimes are
listen,
justified
listen.
because of war crimes?
Listen. It is a complicated situation because it would be a war crime if there were no military bases in hospitals.
You understand that
there's no denying that.
you understand
for
that
sure.
not all the buildings were military bases. So you can't say that you destroying the civilian infrastructure is going after a military base. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but many people in those buildings were terrorists, and of course many buildings
Evidence?
got destroyed.
Well, so
but
then
it's-
why are most of the people dead civilian?
I mean, how can you show me the statistics? Because I'm not sure that
Yeah,
all
it's
of them were
it's
really civilian.
Yeah, I think it's like 70 to 80% of individuals that are dead are innocent, right? Not even have nothing to do with Hamas.
The thing is that
Right, we're talking about
most of
civilian
them-
to civilian
most
to
of
Hamas ratio.
Most of Palestinians, since they were ruled by Hamas, who are openly against Jews and are openly trying to exterminate Jews. I mean, there's no secret.
Okay,
about that.
okay. So then
So-
under
no,
your view,
listen,
you can
listen,
justify.
listen,
So by the
listen,
way,
listen,
based on
listen.
your reasoning, you can justify October 7th, because you can then treat every single
listen,
person
listen.
in Israel the same as just their government, right?
Listen, I wasn't finished yet. Hang on. This terrorist organization, Hamas, they're basically, they're educating young children and the people of Gaza.
So
to
are the
hate
IDF.
Jews. And this is why so many Jews and Israelis are under threat and as a result, many of them will get killed. For example, there have been children.
You know, you're
throwing rocks
reducing.
at
Wait, so
at
then let me
police
ask you this question: why did Netanyahu allow for Qatari funds to go into Gaza to help fund Hamas? If you care about actually establishing peaceful relations with Palestinians, because his goal of doing that was to limit their ability to develop a state, a Palestinian state, right, and have collaboration of the PA between the West Bank
I mean,
and
actually,
Gaza.
I didn't really know about that. So
Well, that's true. So
I didn't know about the Qatari involvement.
Yeah, they literally
But,
allowed for
yeah.
Qatari funds to go in to fund Hamas to then create a more powerful Hamas. That's what Netanyahu did.
Listen, I mean, I don't have evidence to back this up, but this sounds very unrealistic.
You can find it from the Israel Times.
Can you find it for me? Because
Yeah,
I don't know.
read the Times of Israel. Literally look up Netanyahu allows in Qatari funds right into Gaza, Times of Israel, and you'll find it.
I'm sorry, our connection broke off. Can you repeat?
Yeah, look up Netanyahu allows Qatari funds into Gaza to go to Hamas, Times of Israel. Benjamin as well, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. Well, we're going to see where this goes. Lois, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $20. Thank you very much. Really appreciate Lois. Kelsey, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much. Rachel, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Mary, thank you so much for the $7. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, they're not yet doing it according to Gov Ivy, but they're setting it up at least. I probably wouldn't veto it if the state legislature
my main
passed
point
it.
was
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
I'm sorry, I
Go
don't mean
ahead.
to interrupt you. But obviously, Israel is not the only reason why I think that Trump did some good things. I mean, I prefer his economic policies and ideas much more sustainable long term, even though, of course, the economy is not doing great for the US. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But let's take, for example, the New York mayor, Zoran Mamdani. Basically,
Wait, so do you acknowledge
New
that
York is a
Netanyahu funded or allowed for the funding of Hamas? Because in order for
Well,
that
Hamas
funding
is
to get
ultimately-
into
Hamas is-
Gaza, they had to go through Israeli checkpoints.
Hamas is ultimately a proxy government set up by Iran. Many sources confirm this.
Okay, so then why is Netanyahu allowing for funding to go in to help Hamas?
Listen, I don't think the way you worded this is really accurate. Maybe it's true that he did
It
fund
is.
them, but I'm sure that he had maybe I'm sure
They
that
allowed
he
for
had another
Qatari
idea.
funds to go through Israeli checkpoints into Gaza. Like, in order to get into Gaza, you have to go through an Israeli checkpoint. Because they literally have
Yes, of course. Yeah, I know.
checkpoints across the entirety of all of around Gaza. So in order to be able to get in, you have to go through a checkpoint. They allowed for Qatari funds to get in.
Yeah.
You can't
I'm
run
sure
around
it was
this.
some kind of a plan. I don't think that he would support Hamas in
He
this
did.
way,
He
especially
explicitly
if they
said
are-
it. He said he wanted a
No,
stronger Hamas.
There's no way there's no way he said that. in
Yes, he
those
did.
exact words. No way.
Yes, he
I
did.
don't believe you.
Go take a look.
Go show me.
Wait, and why? Wait, you say you don't believe. Are you sure that you're not Israeli?
No, I'm definitely not.
Okay.
But I am Jewish.
Okay. So, like, why do you feel such a need to defend Netanyahu?
I'm not necessarily defending him, but I'm defending the state of Israel because I believe that it should be a homeland for Jews where Jews can feel safe with so much anti-Semitism in the world today.
So, do you believe in a Jewish ethno-state?
I'm sorry, I don't know what that word means.
Yeah, do you think it should say a majority Jewish? Like, do you think there should be laws to prevent the population from becoming majority Arab? Or a majority different population other than
I don't
just
think it should be
Jewish?
a majority Arab state. I don't think it should be a majority Arab state for several reasons. There are, I don't know the exact number, but dozens of Arab states already. And I think it's unfair that people are still out there saying that Jews cannot have one majority Jewish ran state. I mean, in many Arab states, Jews are being expelled or in some cases executed.
I don't
for
believe. I
simply
don't
being
believe in any
Jewish. I
ethno
mean,
states. I don't believe in only Arab states. I don't believe in only Jewish states. I don't believe in ethno supremacist states. right? Just because there are
neither
other.
do I. I think.
So then why are you arguing for one?
No, I never said that I wanted a
You
state
just
to be
argued
completely
for
one race.
Israel to be a Jewish state.
A Jewish majority, and I
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes,
quite literally a
that's
Jewish
it.
ethno-state. You know that, right?
Well,
That's like
what I
someone
meant
in the
was that
United
it
States
was-
arguing for there to be white supremacist states that could come up and about to keep a majority of a percentage of the country white in this country. You know, they're doing that for control over the country because they think
Yeah,
that.
the thing is that Israel has a lot of history tied to Jewish identity. Jews have been there for
And
for as long as
you know,
Judaism
Jewish people
exists,
can,
actually.
you know, Jewish people can live there without creating a Jewish ethno-state.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Jewish people can live there without creating a Jewish ethno-state and without literally giving weapons to Israeli settlers to go into the West Bank and steal land from Palestinians.
There are many Arabs living a very wonderful life in Israel. It's not true that it's completely dominated by Jews.
So, do you think
It's
that Palestinians in the West Bank under occupation? Do you think Palestinians in the West Bank under occupation are given the same rights as Israelis? No, they're not. So they're under occupation, but they're not granted the same rights, which literally means that they're under apartheid.
Listen, why are so many Arab states? They don't have any rights. They are against.
You're just not even addressing what I'm saying.
Yes, I know. I'm starting a new topic because I don't know what to answer to that.
Why are there Israelis literally fighting and protesting for the right to rape Palestinian prisoners?
Okay, let me finish my point, please.
Yeah, you want to sit there and you want to point to all the other states. Why are there literal protests within Israel where they're literally protesting the right to rape Palestinians who are prisoners?
That is not true.
It is true. That is a fact.
I'm sure that there are some crazy people out there who
there are literal protests
like in any
for this.
country, you know, like in any countries, like in any country, there are crazy people who demonstrate for crazy, who protest for crazy.
So then, why are you willing to only say that's true specifically about Arab states? Why are you not willing to say that's true about Israel?
What's true?
What were we just talking about, sir? That there are condemnable actions from individuals within every country. Okay? What's your point?
I'm sorry. I'm totally lost. I didn't understand what you just said.
What is your whole point here? What are you trying to justify here? Are you trying to justify our continued involvement on behalf of the state of Israel because you believe in a Jewish ethno-supremacist state and maintaining that? None of this sounds America first to me.
Ow. Nigger.
You're disgusting.
No.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We're just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. If you want to support me as always, ever in Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. So you can support me over YouTube Super Chat as always. Tori, thank you so much for the $10, by the way. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's for them in the comment section right now? Thank you. I really appreciate the kind words. Let's go on this next individual real quick, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria on the screen. Alrighty, let's go on the next individual, everybody. I don't think we have, like, any guest requests, honestly, chat. This is getting a bit brutal. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Do you support Hamas?
No. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed in the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
24.
You're 24?
Yes.
Why'd you say 18?
Sorry, my son's yelling. I don't know. You could hear him.
Yeah, I hear him.
I'm confused. I was talking about something else. 24.
Okay.
And I'm not really currently MAGA. I don't like.
So if the election were held
any
today,
of them.
Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I don't really like either of them.
Okay. Alrighty. Claire, thank you so much for the $14.20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for Claire in the comment section right now. That's so very kind of you. Thank you so much. Let's go on the next individual, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet the criteria on the screen. Yeah, chat. We have, like, no debates today. Like, actually, like, Trump supporters are just, like, non-existent today. Jenny, thank you for the $5, by the way. And Bizarre, thank you so much for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I try my hardest. But, like, yeah, we're, like, not getting Trump supporters right now. This is brutal. I want to say it's good, but it's just evidence that they're just, like, hiding and not, like, wanting to debate me. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, Parker, I'm 44.
Do you support Trump?
So I do. I wouldn't have requested up unless you didn't have, if you had other like real MAGA people to debate, I wasn't going to request up, but I did want to debate the.
Are you not real MAGA?
Accelerationist necessarily. I wanted to debate the accelerationist perspective or the.
Okay. Since you're not real MAGA, I'm going to go on to the next person. Janet, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You got some, how old are you?
Parker. 37.
Do you support Trump?
My mom does. I would like to say next time you see me in the request box is a time I would have her on standby. So keep an eye out for me, all right, brother?
I got you. I will. Totally got you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Do you support Trump?
Yeah, you told me that I could come back up.
Okay.
We debated a while ago.
Okay, for sure. Welcome back. Welcome back. Give me a few seconds to thank some people. We can go on. How old are you again?
20.
And what's your birth year?
2005.
Alrighty. And what month?
October.
Okay, for sure. Let me just thank some people, and then we can move on to our conversation. Anthony, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much. I really hope so. I really, really hope so. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Colton, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I'm going to try. That's what I brought up earlier. That's definitely something I'm going to try after the stream just to see if it works later. But we'll see. We'll see. Yehoshua as well. Thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We actually don't have any of them. But yeah. Alrighty. Why do you support Donald Trump?
The reason why I support Donald Trump is primarily because of immigration, right? I can tell you why if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. What about immigration?
Yeah, so the reason why is that as a legal immigrant myself, I understand how hard the process is, right? It took a while.
Are you trolling?
No.
You're an undocumented immigrant. You support Trump.
No, I said I'm a legal immigrant. What the fuck?
Sorry, I thought you said an illegal immigrant. I was like, what?
No, I said legal immigrant.
Yeah, no, I just misheard you. I apologize.
No, it's all right. But I'm a legal immigrant, so it took a while, and I understand how hard the process is. So when I see people who are advocating for us to just leave the undocumented people alone, then I have a problem with that.
Okay. So I guess my point would then be is like Democrats are advocating still to criminalize undocumented entry. They just want to make the legal process go quicker. What about that process do you disagree with?
Well, I think we should not only criminalize it, we should like immediately deport them. We find out they are here and are undocumented.
Okay. So you think they should be deported? I understand
Yes.
you're saying that, but that's exactly what Democrats are advocating for. They want to deport undocumented immigrants. They just want to make the legal process quicker. So what about that do you disagree with?
So you're saying that, let's say we had a Democratic president, right? And we had both chambers that were Democrat. You're saying that their immigration policy would be to deport all undocumented immigrants and make the process go easier?
Yeah.
Okay, well, why didn't Biden do it?
They were advocating for that policy. The reason why there were more people
Oh,
coming to our country is because of economic insecurity that existed all around the world due to global inflation.
was that caused by COVID?
Is that so? Yeah,
Was
global inflation is the cause of COVID.
Well, in that case, not in general, but in that case, was it caused by COVID?
So yeah, the inflation was caused by COVID. I already said that.
Sorry. Okay, so one, the other, okay, well, I didn't know that that was the Democrats' position, but the other reason why I support Trump, if I can tell you, is I kind of like how he's unorthodox, right?
Okay.
He's not the typical politician, like, the person who is proper and all that.
Okay, so like, what specifically about what he does do you like? That's like not quote unquote proper.
Like, for example, the way that he speaks, right? So, like, for example, if in like 2016, the early days, he just like said what he wanted, right? And he didn't really have a filter, which made me feel like he was more genuine than other politicians. If that makes any sense.
Okay. I would argue that he wasn't genuine. He was proven to not be genuine, and that was proven this administration. Right? Like he said, he was going to bring down energy prices and gas prices and grocery prices and housing prices, and he did none of that. He said he was going to release the Epstein files. He didn't do that, even though he is legally obligated to do so. He said no new wars. He started a war with Iran. There are countless things. He said he was going to end the Russia-Ukraine war in 24 hours. Didn't do that. He said he was going to repeal and replace the ACA. He hasn't done that.
Well, things take time, and I don't think that he meant that. Like, I think he exaggerates sometimes, but I think we are doing good overall.
Okay, but like, what makes you think that?
I mean, I feel like we're more respected across the world, right?
By who?
Everybody.
Everybody? No, we're not. Our relationships with our allies have been diminished.
How have they been diminished?
How have our relationships with our allies been diminished?
Yeah.
Well, because of the fact that Donald Trump has advocated for tariffs, which have undermined people's tariffs, which have undermined people's manufacturing in this country, have increased costs for consumers, right, and have also led to destabilized relationships with our allies. And then also he started a war with Iran, which destabilized relationships with our allies. He also advocated to annex Greenland and Canada, which destabilized relationships with our allies. What's up?
I think he was kidding about actually annexing Greenland and making Canada the 51st state. I don't think he was really.
You could say that you think he was kidding, but the fact of the matter is that things have been made worse off because of Trump in terms of our relationships, because of these things.
Well, for example, to your point about the Iran war, because there's lots of things you said, but for the Iran war, it was. I'm glad that we went over there because it was Iran who started this whole confrontation.
You're saying that it was Iran that got us into this whole confrontation? No, Trump is the one who started the war.
Well, no. I mean, Iran was threatening us.
Wait, repeat that one time?
We had to go. Iran was threatening us, so we had to go in there and make sure that they had no nuclear capabilities.
So under the JCPOA, we prevented them from having access to nukes to a greater extent, because that limited their enrichment of uranium at 3.7%, which they were under that at 3.67%.
But that we're not in that deal anymore.
Say it one more time.
Aren't we not in that deal anymore?
Yeah, because Trump pulled us out.
Well, why did he do that?
Because he said that he didn't want them to build up their money because of getting rid of the sanctions. But Trump's actually giving them a greater ability to do that. One, by allowing them to literally charge fees going through the Strait of Hormuz. And then also because of the fact that what's it called? Because of the fact that the agreement that he said he agreed with in terms of the ceasefire got rid of sanctions as well. And yet we didn't even prevent them from getting enriched uranium. Trump also is claiming that the war's over with right now. I just want to clarify.
Well, I think it is. Like, nothing has happened recently.
Okay, repeat what we said?
Well, nothing has happened recently, Parker, and we have
nothing positive for our position, right?
No, I mean, we already met all of our objectives.
No, we didn't. What objectives have we met?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
What objectives have we met?
So the main reason why we went in there is because we wanted to make sure that they had no nuclear capabilities, right? And
yeah, but we didn't prevent that. Didn't we already prevent that about a year ago with the original strike?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. That's what Tulsi Gabbard literally said to Congress when she testified in front of Congress on behalf of the intelligence community. She's the director of national intelligence.
No, because like, why would we go back in there if the thing was done originally?
Why wouldn't we go back in there if it's not done? You mean?
Yeah, why would we do that?
Because military conflict has to end if not approved by Congress within 60 days.
What? That's not what. That's not.
Yes, that's what happened.
No. The president has authority to do it.
Nope, not after 60 days.
They're saying that any types of military strikes or like military action, the president only has authority over 60 days.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's been over 60 days.
We just hit 60 days, so that's why they're saying the war's over.
Oh, so they're just saying that? Are they actually... Well, Trump can just call for a declaration, and the Congress probably can vote for it.
You think Congress will vote for the war?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
There's been multiple attempts of Democrats trying to stop the war and trying to like constrain Trump's power. It's not gotten passed.
So what makes you think that they'll get the votes just for the Iran war?
Well, it's just a simple majority, right?
I would think that it's actually the filibuster, right? Isn't it? They have to get past the filibuster.
Well, I thought it was just a simple majority.
I'm pretty sure that's why Trump is. I'm pretty sure that's why Trump is begging right now to get rid of the filibuster.
Well, I originally thought that was just a simple majority in both chambers.
That could be the case. I'd have to see what it says under the specific War Powers Act.
Okay. Well, let's just say it is, for this argument's sake. Then I do think that they would get that because the Republicans are in power right now and they have a majority. I think they would do that. They've been pretty unified.
So, you say Republicans are pretty unified. That doesn't mean that they have the votes to get past the filibuster. Nor did I think that they had the votes to get to 51, even with Republicans, right? Aren't there multiple Republicans that are against the Iran war?
Well, this is under the assumption that it's just a simple majority, right? If it was if they had to go through the filibuster, and obviously I don't think that's going to happen. But if it's just a simple majority, then yeah, I do think that
I was like,
it'll be passed.
And what makes you think that? I mean, I don't even know if they have a simple majority for
that. Someone said it in the chat. I mean, can I go look it up or?
Yeah, go ahead. In the meantime, if you're on YouTube, everyone hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen to help get out to more people. Let me thank some people over here in the YouTube Super Chat. Off My Glass, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much for okay. Please tell me what people are taking to believe this type of BS. I need an elevation to level that's thinking that low. Well, thank you so much. Anthony as well, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. And Silver, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much as well. Let me make sure to catch up fully real quick. If you want to support me as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. We are near the end of our stream, everybody. Just letting everyone know. We are near the end of the stream. If you're on YouTube, I'd really appreciate that thumbs up. Hopefully we can get to 2,000 before we end the stream. I'd really, really, really appreciate it, everyone. Let me make sure I'm completely caught up here real quick. Oh, I think I need to refresh. Where's
back.
Dean? I would think that Dean would be on by now, but he's not quite yet. Emmy, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you. Blue Baron, thank you for the $2 as well. Anthony, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much again. And I think I'm fully caught up.
Okay, Parker, I'm back.
Go ahead.
So I looked it up, and from what I'm seeing, it just needs a simple majority.
Okay. Well, then, do they even have the votes for a simple majority?
Yeah.
Okay. What makes you think that? Where do you see that?
Well, I'm going back by the numbers in 2024 about how much the Republicans for a majority in Senate and the House. So, yeah. Based on that, yeah. No,
wait, hold up.
is
To authorize military action after 60 days, they need 2/3 majority. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Where are you seeing that?
This is from Congress.gov, according to the War Powers Resolution.
2/3. Hold on.
They do not have the votes for that. That's brutal, dude.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, it's not. That's great, man. That's incredible, man. I'm happy. They don't got the votes for that. They're going to have to come up with some bullshit fucking excuse to get around that shit.
Did you not know that?
I didn't know that it was 2/3. I thought it was 60 votes. I thought it would have been filibuster. What's up?
Why does the chat keep saying to go enlist? I don't want to go enlist.
Because you support the war with Iran.
Okay, just because I support the war doesn't mean I should go fight for it.
But you support the war. You support an offensive war. So yeah, you should go enlist. Go on the front lines.
And that.
If you got drafted, would you dodge it?
No, because I'm not gonna live my life on the run.
If you didn't have to live your life on the run, would you do it?
No, of course not.
Okay, but would you think that would make you weak, or something, or why not?
No, I'm not gonna be a pussy and just screw around the draft.
So, do you think Trump is a quote unquote pussy because he dodged the draft?
In that circumstance, yes. Wait, I mean, come on, Parker. You can at least applaud me for being honest.
So why do you support him for president?
Well, no, I said in that circumstance, not overall. Right?
Okay.
Why do you look at me like that?
I'm confused, really. I don't know what you're saying. What the hell does that mean?
No, you're saying, well, do you think Trump's a pussy for dodging the draft? I'm like, okay,
no,
yeah.
That's what you said. That's not my terminology. I just want to clarify.
Okay, well, whatever. So no, I would not. To answer your question, no, I would not dodge the draft. But I highly think that there's not going to be a draft.
Yeah, but are you willing to say the same thing about Trump? Is really the question, man.
No.
Okay, so then if you're not willing to say the same thing about Trump, then I don't know why you say that. I have a question. If Trump said that veterans are suckers and losers, would you still vote for him?
Oh my God, we're going to do this again.
Again?
Yeah, because I've heard you use this argument so many times, Park. It's kind of getting annoying.
I don't think I've ever used this argument before.
I think you have.
Really? If he said that veterans are suckers and losers, would you still vote for him?
Well, this is his second term, so I can't.
I meant
Are you
know what I mean? If the election held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Oh, Trump, yeah.
You'd still vote for Trump? Is there anything he could do that would get you to not vote for him?
Oh, absolutely.
Like what?
The thing that would make me not vote for Trump is if he violated the Second Amendment. And before you say he did,
He did.
Hold on. Damn it, Parker, you didn't let me finish. All right, so as I was saying, if he violated the Second Amendment and made sure that we made a policy that limited us getting our guns, then yes.
Okay, so he'd pass a policy restricting trans people from getting access to guns?
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, that's not a violation of the Second Amendment, even though it blatantly is?
Well, no, they shouldn't have guns.
Why not?
Because. And why does the chat keep saying the
why not?
Avalanche fans crazy?
Why not? Why
Avalanche
not?
is going to win the cup.
Why not?
because they have a disorder. So would you really want someone with
no
a
evidence of
disorder?
that. The DSM does not include being trans as a mental disorder.
It can. Can you let me speak? So, as I was saying, would you really want someone with this disorder to actually have access to weapons?
I don't think trans people have a mental disorder. I think that it's not listed under the DSM as a mental disorder, and the whole argument you're making that they should not be able to get access to guns because of that is ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Bill,
that's called a violation of the Second Amendment. Okay.
You're making me lose my train of thought, Parker.
Wait, not just that, but also, like, you understand that Donald Trump has been determined to have violated the Second Amendment with the bump stock ban?
Well, he didn't do it, right?
He did pass the bump stock ban. It just got determined to be unconstitutional.
Well, at least it's still not here, right?
Okay, so your whole argument is that you won't disagree with Democrats because they can't enact violations of the Second Amendment either, because it will just be determined to be a violation of the Second Amendment by the Constitution.
Well, no.
So then, like, your whole argument is that you shouldn't even consider that.
No, my whole argument is that the fact that the only things that you can give me for examples of how he violated the Second Amendment is the bump stocks ban. But that's not even in effect right now, right?
Because of the fact that the Supreme Court deemed it as unconstitutional.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Just proved my point.
Yeah, but you just explained then that there's no reason to support one side over the other just based upon gun control policy, because any violation of the Second Amendment, right, would just be determined by the Supreme Court.
I did not say that. I said the way that you asked me if there's anything that Trump could do.
That would get you to stop supporting him. You said violate the Second Amendment. I gave you examples in which he violated the Second Amendment, and then you just didn't care.
Well, can I add to my previous response?
Go ahead.
If the
Matt, your microphone is low, by the way, just letting you know.
I'm not talking.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard you, and your microphone was low.
Oh no, I'm not talking. Because I wanted to talk about the earlier point, but I'll let you guys finish this debate.
No, go ahead. Bring it up.
Oh, I just wanted to mention that I think people are a little bit confused because the simple majority is what's needed for a war declaration, whereas a 2/3 majority is what's needed to authorize a use of force through the War Powers Act. So that's where the 2/3 come in. But if they wanted to just declare war, they only need a simple majority. But the reason why they haven't done that is because they don't have the votes, because they have such a slim majority that they can't pass it anyway. Because there's a number of hardline Republicans who are anti-war who won't vote for it. So that's why.
Delver.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to unmute him because there's a little bit of background noise and feedback.
I'm sorry. So okay. So yeah, I do. Since it's a 2/3 majority, and then obviously they won't get that votes. And yes, I do realize that midterms are coming up. What do you think is going to happen there, Parker?
I hope Democrats win. Do you want to respond to Matt's point real quick?
Well, he didn't really ask me a question.
I said his point.
Well, I mean, your main point also was that they have the votes anyway because they have the main majority, but that's not true. In the House, they only have a one-person majority in the House, and in the Senate, they only have 4 people at most, and that includes J.D. Vance. And there's already at least probably 5 to 10 Republicans in the House who are anti-war and said they won't vote for it. And there's probably at least, I can think of 3 off the top of my head in the Senate who won't vote for it.
Well, the thing is, Matt, is that I was under the assumption that it was just a simple majority, right? So now that you guys have said that it's not, then obviously I don't think it's going to pass.
Well, it is a simple majority for a full-on war declaration, like a full-on we are at war. But the 2/3 only comes in when it's the War Powers Act saying that you can use force and will grant you that authorization.
Okay, well. That's why I meant the second thing he said. So
yeah, but that requires the full 2/3, which is still not going to happen.
And yeah, we agree that's not going to happen. Okay, well, Parker, you want to get back and do it?
Yeah, you can make your point.
Okay, so you said that he tried to ban bump stocks, right? And he actually did, but then the Supreme Court came in and said, no, he can't do that.
Yeah, which means he violated the Second Amendment rights.
Is that the only thing that he did to violate it?
He passed the bump stock ban, and then they
Is
deemed it
that
to be
it?
unconstitutional.
Is
I
that it?
never said that was it. We also can talk about how he wants to get rid of the Second Amendment rights for trans Americans, like you already advocated for, but that's also in violation of the Second Amendment rights. He also called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
Give me your source.
Okay. I mean, it's literally from Truth Social, from himself. Look up Trump terminate Constitution. You'll see it. You'll
Okay,
literally
if you
see
can
it.
give me a source that he actually said that word for word, I would stop supporting him.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll show you. I'll bring it up on screen.
It better not be like from some liberal source.
It's not. It's going to be literally a image of his own account.
It's his own post that said he wants to terminate the Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.